This is an introduction for shop owners in our new shop system. We are going to rent the shop in the background, and I'll walk you through all the features our shop plugin currently has to offer. So the one command you need to remember at all times is shop. This command will literally tell you everything you need to know. So for example, this shop is for rent. It has 4 chests, as we can see, and it has a one-time fee. The moment you rent it, you have to pay that. I'm off currently 1.5 C-cubes and a weekly cost of 1 C-cube per week. So a C-cube, just to mention it at least, is our currency. You can find out more about that simply by entering this command, cc. Now, if we want to rent this shop, we can rent it or pay for it for up to 4 weeks in advance. So we'll just do it for 1 week now. This just gives you the command. You still have to execute it yourself. And now this shop is ours. Also, if you are a Star Trek fan, here are some Ferengi rules of acquisition you will occasionally see. And as you see, we got an ender pearl with a strange name. So this name is a password or a key. You cannot access those chests without it, and there is only one key ever. So this is your current key. With it you can access those chests. And you can also, now that you own this shop, select the chest as the owner. And there we now have several options. We can, for example, just get another key, like this. Now you will see that those keys are completely different with their name. Now that we got this new key, we can use this one to access all chests, while the old one now is not working any longer, because every chest only has one key for it to work. So first of all, we'll now go through the options the shop as a whole has to offer. For this, we just select the chest the way I just did, and you click on shop. Now there you see for how long this shop has been paid. You can also extend this duration, for example for 2 more weeks. And another Ferengi rule of acquisition. So as you can see, it has now been paid for longer than before. And the shop name, whatever you want to call it, will be displayed on the signs that are assigned to your shop. In this case, those 2 signs. Now, if we just want to rename it to like test shop, and you will probably want to use several lines, because as we know, signs can hold up to 4 lines. In this case, in order to jump to the next line, you use this character. So we can now simply put some words and names into there, and as you see, it now says test shop, test 1, 2, 3, hello world on both sides. The last thing for the shop as a whole is your shop status. There's 2 things you have to allow access to in order for your customers to actually be able to buy something. First of all, you have to open your shop as a whole. You just do this by clicking on closed, if it is closed. And the second thing you have to open is if you click on chests. And remember, we currently have this chest selected, the chest status. Literally the same as shop status, just chest specific. So assuming you already have some items in this chest you want to sell, then just open this chest by clicking there. Now the contents in there are for sale. Of course, we currently do not have any contents there. So in order to actually sell something, we just open this chest and put something in. For example, this bow. Now simply click on chest again, so you get an updated version of it, and you will see this entry. That's the item it detected, and you can now set a price. This line has been grayed out for now because this item is not for sale, because no price has been set. So the same applies if you set a price of 0 C-cubes, and you can simply set a price by clicking there. It pre-generates the command, so you will never have to remember this whole part. just set the price you wish to sell it for, and now it has a price. And as you can see, it is no longer grayed out, which means this item could now be bought by other players. Now, lucky as you are, you have just found more bows, and you of course want to sell all of them. So we can just put them all in, update this thing once again, and you will see they're all grayed out, except for the one we put in before. Now you could of course enter a price for each one individually, but if you simply want to sell all of them for the same price, you can use this button. And you could, for example, now say, hey, I want 6 C-cubes for each bow. And now the price for each of them will be 6. This also applies to slots that have not yet been used. So, for example, the item in this slot, if there was an item, would still cost 6 CC, because you have just used this global command that applies to all slots. So, updating this again, you will not see a gray item, because all of them have a price. And that is pretty much it. There's just one last thing. This red exit button, you might ask yourself, what is it for? Because where would you want to exit? You could just go out, right? Yeah, you could, but as long as you are managing this chest, or any other chest for this matter, as long as you do, no customer can access it, so no one could buy anything right now. If you do nothing now for up to 15 minutes, then they would be able to, or you'd simply click on exit, and now you left your management area. So right now, any customer could now buy those bows. And yeah, that's it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and have fun with our shop plugin.